Hi everybody. I am editing this video from the comfort of my bed, and I realized I did not videotape an intro. So here we go. My name is Deanna, and I have this channel, Food Bank Beautiful, and this is a place where I really like to help you feel good about going to the food bank and encourage you to use your food bank groceries in a way that helps you and your family. Hopefully, it encourages you to be creative. Today, I did go to the food bank. You're going to see that. Stood in the rain for a little bit. Apparently, I'm not so sweet that I melted, which is not a surprise to anybody who really knows me. At the end of this video, I do have a little clip of me making my baked beans. I don't have a recipe for you because I just throw everything into the pot. But anyway, I hope you enjoy that and you have a nice day, and thank you for watching. All right, bye-bye. Okay, everybody, I am back from Food Bank and I'm going to show you what my haul looks like today. I'll go over it item by item, and then for the next week I'll show you what I cook out of some of these items. So starting right here, there is a bag of Great Value All-Purpose Flour. That is lovely. That doesn't always show up in every food bank. I'd say that it's not very often there at all. So I'm happy to have that. And then there's a bag of Ben's Original Ready Rice Creamy 4 Cheese. I have 3 oranges. 1, 2, 3. Those look pretty good. Right here I have a bag of Caesar salad. You can see that I've opened it. I made Caesar salads for Grandma and I today. This is about 6 days past its best date. And even though I took the lettuce and washed it and pulled out anything that was ugly, today is really the last day. I mean, there was a little bit of not feeling as fresh as it could be, and so I'm glad that we ate it for lunch today, but the chickens got the rest of it, and they're pretty happy too. So that happens sometimes, people. Just do the best you can with what you get. All right, I have 5 little yellow tomatoes, and that's, or tomatoes, potatoes. And that's great because tomorrow, if all goes well, I'm going to can some yellow potatoes. These, some I got a week ago, and then some I have that is my own resources, but I'm going to can those up. I have 4 sweet potatoes. Love those. I have 1 delicata. That's always nice to have. And then over here, I have a package, snack pack of vanilla puddings. That'll be great. Grandma likes those. I have a bag of walnuts. That's pretty standard fare. I have 2 shelf-stable milk. Honestly, these are one of my favorite things. I love it. I love it better than milk I put in my refrigerator right away because we just don't go through milk fast enough or in quantities usually to be able to have that. Okay, then I have a chunk light tuna. And then I have 3 of these rolled gold tiny pretzels. 2 bags of pinto beans. Can you see that okay? Then we have some coffee. I'm not going to try to pronounce that for you, but I'm pretty excited about that. Behind that, I have 3 cans of black beans. I always like to have a variety. Some store-bought canned beans when I'm in a hurry, or beans that I've canned myself, or dry beans on my counter. Have a peanut butter. Who can say no to that? Have a little box of raisins. Love that. Over here I have a butter. We seem to be getting that fairly often, which is nice. And then this time we could also take a cube of butter, so that's good. I have a 1-pound package of ground beef. Over here, I believe these are key limes. Now, I might be wrong, but I am going to bake Grandma a pie maybe this weekend. I have everything to bake a pie, and so I'm going to go ahead and use those. Then there was this. Can you believe it? A baggie full of yummy, yummy candy. That will probably be my favorite thing. 2 bags of oatmeal this time. I love that. A box of cream of wheat. That is one of my favorite things to eat in the winter for breakfast and or supper. There is a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. 2 cans of white chicken and 2 boxes of Jiffy corn mix. So today when I went out there, I was number 77 out of about 90. And by the time I got there, it was already picked through pretty well. I was about 30 people behind where you could start to make choices. So it was really quite slim pickings today. But it doesn't matter. Every little bit counts, and I'm very satisfied and happy with what I received. I forgot to show you these 2 items. I have a 6-pack of bagels. We love those. And then I love these little breads because I make little toasts for Grandma, little cheese toasts or little breakfast toasts, and she really likes that. Okay, so I said I would pull out the 3 things that I thought were my favorite, and this is going to be a little surprising maybe, or maybe you won't be too excited about what I'm going to show you, but I'm pretty excited about it, so that's what counts. So you ready? Ta-da! I have some peaches, which I will go ahead and can up. It's just that vanilla peaches. I just opened my last can today, so I was very excited for that. Then I always love to get chicken breasts. I can do so much with that, so I was very excited to get that. And then a little jar of cranberry jelly. And what's exciting about this is that I have chicken, I have stuffing, I have onions, and I can't remember what else goes in this casserole, but I make a yummy stuffing casserole using chicken or turkey and cranberry sauce. And I've been wanting to make it for the longest time, but cranberry sauce just isn't something that's on my mind to buy. But today I have it. So that is my haul, short and sweet, but nevertheless, every little bit counts, and I am happy to have it all. All right, and then when I started to talk to you this morning, I said I was going to make the baked beans. So let's just pop over here and take a look. I have the lid off because I think I should have drained my beans before I threw them in the crock pot. So it's a little bit watery than I want. So for about the next hour, I'm going to let it just sit here and let the water evaporate. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Okay, here I am. I am about to show you how I make my baked beans using, let me look, almost everything from the food bank with the exception of a couple of things that I use to actually flavor the baked beans. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Now, this tripod of mine, it loves to just fall to the floor and collapse like it's exhausted, like it works too hard, like, like it's possessed. So if that happens, we're going to have a nice funny moment maybe. But I'm going to try now to just lift my camera to see what I'm doing down here. That's for your benefit, people, so you don't have to look at this all day because this is as good as it gets. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, I think that'll work. I think that's probably the best that I can do. So we are going to make some of my baked beans. These are super delicious. And we're going to start with a can of my baked bean starter mix. So anytime I get to the bottom of a bean bag, I throw those beans into another container, and when I have enough, I make 4 quarts of these baked beans. These are just a mix of all the beans that I have in my pantry. Usually it's kidney, pinto, black beans, and navy beans. So that's generally what I use. Ooh, can you hear that nice little seal break? You can hear it. And the lid came off nicely. but we had a little bit of an incident. Can you see that? And it has cracked the edge of my jar. So this is very disappointing. I can see my piece of glass right there, but there is no amount of baked beans that is worth getting a shred of broken glass into my beans. So I am going to immediately toss my baked beans and my cap into the garbage. Now, if this had happened to you, would you have done something differently? Would you have, I don't know. Let me know if you think there's a safe way to deal with that other than what I'm going to do, because it's sad to throw away a jar of baked beans, but I personally just cannot do it. So let me stop you and I'll go get another can. Okay, it's like time travel. I leave and go do my thing and you guys are right there when I come back. Okay, this is my last jar of baked beans in my pantry. So let's hope that this one will safely open. What I really think I need to do is get a different can opener. This is the only one that I have in the house and it is difficult to pop these lids off with this one. I think I want to order the one from 4 Jars. So I'll probably go to one of my favorite YouTube content people and use their code and order one for myself. But let's see. Cross your finger, people, because if this jar breaks, I don't have a dinner idea for tonight. Okay, let's see what we can do. Cross your fingers, say your prayers. Let's see what we can do here. And I don't know about that broken jar. That has happened to me twice since the middle of November. So I don't know if it's this can opener or if it's just a bad jar or I'm doing something wrong. I just don't know. I do hate this can opener. There we go. Let's see if that'll do it. Okay, we have a non-damaged edge. So woohoo to us. Yay for persevering. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dump that into my crock pot. Crock pot's going to work for me today. I got things to do. This will be a meal that'll take care of Grandma and I, plus I'm going to give some to the neighbor guy upstairs. Now, I do not measure and I very rarely follow recipes. So I would encourage you to find a baked bean recipe that you like, that your family likes, and go ahead and use that. This is just representational of what I use and how I do it. These are onions that I got from the food bank that I chopped up and tossed in my freezer so I could do meals like today without having to do a lot of work. The same is for the peppers. All right, now I'm hoping that you don't mind this viewpoint. I don't know if you want to see more of my face or if you want to see more of what I'm doing here. This is what it looks like so far. Just tossing things in, beans, onions, and peppers at the moment. And then I'm going to go ahead, sometimes I use like kielbasa sausage if I have those. I do have one in the freezer, but I actually want to go ahead and use this hamburger because I want this to be as many products as possible that I received from the food bank. So let's go ahead and get this in here. And again, let's hope for a clean lid pop. Yeah, I'm going to have to order one today because this is going to drive me crazy. This is the only can opener I have in my house because we are in the process of a move, and except for the barest things, everything is in New Mexico and won't be back until... All right, I think I'm going to turn you off and deal with that because you don't need to watch this for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm glad you let you go because that did take a little while. So this is about the equivalent of 3/4 of a pound of ground beef, When I cooked it, it was just with some onion, salt, and pepper. I don't do anything else to that. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this directly into the can. And that should make it nice and hearty and be very good tonight. It's a little bit of a cold day here, so this is very yummy. I like it. Grandma likes it. The guy upstairs likes it. So we will get that going. Okay, now that is looking good. Now this is the part where you guys might not love me because I don't have a recipe. Again, I would just encourage you to go find your own baked bean recipe. Use your family favorite. Do whatever you feel is best. This is brown sugar. This was a food bank item. This I got during the holidays. It does not seem to be available in my last 2 food banks, so we will see. This is garlic. This is mine. And I hate to peel and chop garlic, so I don't do it. I'm going to go ahead and put about that much in. It smells lovely, people. It smells lovely. What are you guys having for dinner? Is anybody else doing a mostly food bank meal? If you are, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're doing and how much of it you're enjoying using your stuff. That was Worcestershire sauce. That was mine. Also, I'm going to use some Grandma's molasses. This is mine. Although I have gotten this maybe once or twice at a food bank. Let's see, there we go. And I like to wipe that lid off so it doesn't stick on me next time. I'm going to add some dry mustard, which I wish I would have opened for you before we got this far. There we go. Maybe it won't be too bad. Oh, it won't. Okay. I don't mind when it has that, but I don't have the patience for that. So this is the dry mustard. And I'm going to give it about this much. About a teaspoon, I think. If I had like a stone ground mustard or anything like that in my refrigerator, I would have used that. But I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a nice stir. I'm going to put it on high because I want to eat this in the late afternoon. This will be so good. And one of you suggested that I take that, let me see if I can get this up. One of you suggested that I take that corn flour that I got a week or 2 ago and see if I can use that in and make cornbread. So we will see. All right, back down here. Let's see. Okay. All right, this is looking very good. It's just the right consistency as far as baked beans go. Oh, those are my birds coming out to eat on the back porch. Can you see that? Okay, that looks perfect. I am going to take a little taste of it just to see if I like this part or if I need to just season it a little bit more before I stick it in. Okay, almost, but not quite. All it needs is a little dash of salt. And again, when I can my ingredients, I very rarely do anything other than a light salt or pepper because I want my base to be versatile to whatever I'm going to make. So let's try that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to just wipe the spoon that I'm going to taste with. Honestly, it's just me, my husband, and my grandmother, and none of us care if I use the same spoon twice, but I know that can be disturbing to those of you who don't do it that way, and that's okay. All right, there's what I'm going to try. I'm just tasting now for overall seasonings. Of course, I can change them as the day goes on. I think I'm going to add a little more Worcestershire, just about a tablespoon, and some more dried mustard. Does anybody else cook like this? You just throw your stuff in a pan and hope for the best? Usually when I do this, I have very good results. There have been times where I wish I'd have followed a recipe. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can show you, but my back door is opened and I have 2 squirrels that live in my yard, and their names are Gordita and Gordita's little friend. Gordita is quite the bully, and I have some stuff right inside the door. So they are coming in to eat. I think I just have a few peanuts down there. I don't think I'll mess with trying to film that right now, but anyway, it's kind of fun. They come in just to the doormat, they eat a little snack, and then they run back. Okay, let's taste this again, because I do want this to be pretty close before I set it aside. Okay, I can deal with that. That's looking about right to me. I'm going to do one more thing, and then we'll plug it in and let it go. I don't like dirty rims. It bothers me. I don't know if that's an OCD issue. I don't really have OCD, but you know, I like it nice and tidy. Okay, people, this is what it looks like. What do you think? All right, when it's done cooking, I'll give you an overhead view, and we'll sample it and see how we did. Okay, I'll see you in a couple hours.